Welcome back to Racing Rubbish Reduced to Ashes. Today we have some more parts to devalue this car, which got into a little trouble the other day. I'll leave that for disclosure later. Yeah. So as of right now, what do we have here? Let's see, motor parts. We got. I don't think we can do the coil. We already got a bad radiator, so we'll leave that alone. But we got a fuse box cover and a water pump pulley and timing cover. So we got to go down to the timing cover at least. So yeah, let's just say the police were here the other day. I'm not really gonna tell you what happened. In order to do that, we have to do this, don't we? Don't want to get water and our antifreeze all over the shop floor. That just wouldn't be good. Right. Okay. Well, this here car had some extra miles put on it. It went for a joyride, and doesn't have. I mean, it has plates, and it's kind of registered, I think. Do we have a coil? Oh, we got a bad one. Yeah, we're not doing the back coil. We're not doing that. Anyway, the police came looking for the car. Said maybe it was stolen or something, and no, it wasn't stolen. I have papers to prove it, and yeah, so they can pound sand. Yeah, that's what they can do. Pound sand. Well, I did go for a ride, and I didn't expect them to be like stalking me and staking out my shop here, but yeah. So that was fun. Kind of, sort of. All right, so I think we have both covers, right? Left and right. Well, once we get some fluid back in it, we'll swap this one and see. Okay, we got a B and that. Okay. So this one we know we can swap because it's not that bad. I will admit though, I didn't know the cops had such cool looking cars, but I sometimes like the paint jobs on them. I think they're kind of neat, reflective. Alright, so that's back together. We gotta put some water in it, antifreeze. Then we can just see if it'll let me go to the track, and if that's a yes, then we'll swap the valve cover and see if it'll still let me go to the track. So we can't do that from in here. We got to do that from here. Race track. Gray one. Doesn't say I can't, so that's good. That's good. Now we'll try this one and see if we can get away with this part being red. I wonder if there's certain components that are okay and certain parts that are not, or if there's a certain amount of parts. I'd almost really like to find an intake. I didn't have a rocker, did I? Okay, all that's back together, and that's done. Oh, engine cannot be started because of a valve cover. What do you know? I would really like to know how this being shitty can stop the car from starting. I seriously beg to differ. You can start the fucking car without the damn things in real life. Believe me, I know I've gotten oil all over on accident a couple times. Alright, fine, so we'll put the damn cover back on. We'll sell the POS one. Because clearly that's unacceptable. Or whatever. Don't really care. Alright, so we got 6 new parts back out of the deal. The pump I think we already changed. We do got a starter. And then we got a couple other bits and pieces underneath. Oh, we got a really good door, which sucks because that's going to increase the value, which we'll have to find another one to kill the value. And a right headlight. Both fenders, both headlights. And a driver's window. Alright. So let's pull this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then let's put the junk. Oh wait, no, we gotta put the good door on there. Oh, I know why. Because I bought a 97 that I swapped on the car outside. It was a nice door, so I swapped it. But it's still better than what was in here, so that still sucks. Oh yeah, the fender. Alright, 50. 80. 60. I wish it would say that little icon thingy up there. 14, 14. I guess it really don't matter. We got the gray one. We got the yellow one. We'll stick with the gray one. At least it belongs there. All right, so we can sell off. Yeah, as far as I know, none of this is better than I have, except for the little inline 6 version, which the body looks so much like shit. I just leave it that way. And I did buy a POS car that had 4 tires on it, so we're gonna swap these ones onto here because we can. And I found a clutch bearing, which means drive shaft, transmission, bearing. Yeah, okay, we can do that. No exhaust. And I did find some brakes, so we're gonna pull the drums, swap another cylinder. We got a front brake and a caliper and a pad, so we'll do that. And then we got some suspension bits here. We'll have to pull a front shock apart to swap a spring into it. We got a sway bar, which means we got to do both sides and improve one of the links, which I suppose that's fine. Got both shocks though, rear shocks, and tie rod, and then upper arm. Couple more leaf bolts, which is good, and another housing. So the driver's side has to come down to this. Then we got a couple more small bushings we can swap into, which honestly, that's good because that means I get better parts, and it also means this thing turns into a POS, which, yeah, I think that's kind of the point. I think I got it mostly tore down. Now it's time to put it all back together. We got a dead one. A dead one. Not so dead, but dead enough. I already put one of these small bushings over on that side over there. While I was over there. Okay, we get to kill that. We do have a drive axle that we get to kill this side with. And the brake cylinder. And the rest, and a drum, and a drum, and a drum. Okay. Yes, I did already swap this side drum and this bearing bushing. And there's the shock. And that's already been done. Alright, so all of that is good except for the tires, which I'll get to that in a bit. I'll save that for later when I can do all four at once when I take a little break. Alright, I think we have a starter now too, don't we? All of this for a throw-out bearing. Which is, you know, it's a part. Don't know how much value it's going to cost me, but add it up with all the rest of the parts and it's good. Yeah, we got a starter. Yay. It will still run. Alright, so now we go over to this side. Pulled the brake already. I'll put that, this, and that, and that. Alright, that tire's good. We have a sway bar. An end link. We do have to put the better one on the other side. Alright, I have the shock taken off because I have the part for it. Oh, and I have the tie rod. And the upper arm. Which is this one. Both of these. And this guy, which gets the good one, because it was what I found, which is better than we had, which it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Alright, I'm going to go get that shock taken care of real quick. Let's take this one apart. I think it's just the spring. I got that, that, and that. Alright, I'm going to get the spring on here. 4 tires, and then we are back to where we were, I believe. Okay, yeah, this is the dead one that got pulled out for the not so dead one. A wheel cap. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, a wheel cap. I'll pull the wheel cap. Oh, and an oil filter. Nice. Didn't get oil everywhere. That's nice. We'll take that. Alright. It now has 4 tires. It has all of its suspension goodies. Make sure I didn't miss anything. The last part is in, so we've added some red to the mix. Yeah, quite a quite a bit of red actually. I think we've killed the value. 6. That puts us a little over 7.5 grand, or I don't remember. Yeah, we're starting to lose condition. I mean, the frame won't go down. The interior, that's about as low as it's going to get, I think. The body could go down and the parts could go down, but again, it's still all about this. How bad can we get it within a fair amount of time? So, we've gotten that far. And that's everything I own. All right. So there's some good parts that I can improve my other car with, which I did with the last parts, and there was a few good pieces that were better than I had on there, so that's good. So now we can take this one to the racetrack, see how these tires do, and how the performance and suspension parts have affected it. We lost 1.7 last time, so we'll see how bad we get this time. And away we go again. So do you prefer seeing all 3 laps or just being brought in at the end? Well, that felt like it turned in pretty good. I think these tires they're in worse condition, but they seem stickier. They might be sport tire. I mean, I get to run all 3 laps no matter what, but do you want to watch all 3 laps? I mean, if I crash or something, that's one thing. Maybe I'll put that in a video, but I can bring you in for the final lap and reduce the amount of watch time. Yeah. And you know, if we're trying to get slow time on the track, I could just as easily handsy my way around the track, but no. It's not like that in this game. You either go flat out or you just, yeah, come on. I mean, I'm driving WASD key, so it's not like I have a pressure control or a steering wheel and pedal setup, or it's either on or off the throttle, and that's just all there is to it. That was a pretty gnarly corner. Driving straight, and we got a 51. Damn. And that was the opening lap. I'm blaming it on the tires. Because we definitely swapped out a few bits that could make a difference. And the brakes still seem to work. And I know we messed with them. That back driver's side tire was the worst one, and it didn't seem to affect anything except diving into this hairpin up here and the final corner hairpin S-curve thing. Otherwise, I don't see it being too big of a deal, but a little excessive on the brakes, but they turn. It's flying. We really got to reduce that power, though. Block, head, and pistons and the crank are off limits. Everything else is swappable. Crank bearings, rod caps, that's good stuff, no problem. Rockers and lifters, if we find them, that's fine. Plugs, wires, intake, carburetor, air cleaner, timing chain, cam. A 46.9. I mean, that's still flying. $46.9. That's only 2.2 seconds off of our best time so far. I'm blaming it on tires. We may have to swap these out with some other. I don't know. I kind of like the way it handles it. It does itself good, but it reduced the value, so that's first and foremost what matters. I got on the throttle a little early that night, but I was hoping she would stick. Yeah, I think if we're going to kill the lap time down to a 2 minute plus, we've really got to work on the horsepower. But it all comes down to what's in the junkyard, really. Hang on there. Dud. Alright, so 46,616. I mean, that's good time, but 1, 4, 6, 616. Alright, see you back at the shop. Alright, well, looking at the numbers, which is kind of comical, a 146.616 is exactly 1/10 of a second faster than the Chieftain Bandit that I ran so far. And it don't have these tires at all. It's got the regular Goodwin things, I think it is. So that's impressive, but we're gonna have to destroy that. So I'm gonna go empty my inventory so what I have is not crowded with what's coming for this. And then I'm gonna take another trip or two to the junkyard and see what we can find, and we shall return with more reduced to ashes.